Hello dear students. So in today's class, let us derive the relationship between the interplanar distance and Miller indices of the crystal planes in crystal system. So the equation, so that is 1 by d square is equal to h square divided by a square plus k square divided by b square plus l square divided by c square. So in this equation, so the HKL are the Miller indices and A, B, C are the intercepts. So A is the intercept along the x-axis. So the intercept B along the y-axis, and the C is the intercept along the z-axis, and the D. So this D is the interplanar distance. So for a simple cubic system, we know that the distance, so that is the length of the intercepts from the origin, is same. So that is the length of A is equal to the length of B, and the length of B is equal to the length of C. So that means all the intercepts along the three axes are at the same length. They possess the same length. So that is A is equal to B is equal to C. So then 1 by d square is equal to h square divided by a square plus k square divided by a square plus l square divided by a square. So therefore, the 1 by d square is equal to h square plus k square plus s square divided by a square. So if you rearrange this equation, so that is d. So that is the interplanar distance d is equal to a divided by square root of h square plus k square plus l square. So let us calculate the interplanar distances for the planes 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0 and 1, 1, 1. So for the plane, so that is 1, 0, 0 plane, so the interplanar distance d is given by a divided by square root of, so here you can observe the Miller indices, so that is h square is 1, k square is 0 and l square is 0. So therefore square root of 1 square, so that is h square plus k square plus l square. So therefore the interplanar distance in 1, 0, 0 plane is equal to the length of the intercept A from the origin. So next for the plane 1, 1, 0. So for the plane 1, 1, 0, so that means for the plane 1, 1, 0, so the h is 1, k is 1 and l is equal to 0. So therefore the interplanar distance is given by d is equal to a divided by square root of, that is h square 1 square plus 1 square plus 0 square. So therefore the interplanar distance for 110 plane is equal to a divided by square root of 2. So similarly the interplanar distance in case of the plane 111 is given by the, so is given by a divided by square root of, so that is h square, k square and l square. So that means the interplanar distance in case of 1 plane is equal to a divided by square root of 3. So next let us discuss about the X-ray diffraction of the crystals. So a crystal lattice can be considered, or to be considered, it is made up of the regular layers or the planes of atoms which are at equal distance. So the wavelength of the X-rays is comparable to the interatomic distances. So the crystal can act as a grating to the X-rays. So when a beam of X-ray is allowed to fall on a crystal, a large number of images of different intensities are formed. So if the waves, if the diffracted waves, as here you can see, are in phase, so the emerging rays from the crystal, if they are in phase, so they reinforce each other, and a series of bright spots are produced on the photographic plate placed in their path. Okay, so this is the emerging rays from the crystal which are in phase with each other, so they produce the bright spots on the photographic film. So the bright spots will be produced on the photographic film, so when the emerging rays are in phase with each other. So similarly, on the other hand, so if the emerging rays are out of the phase, so here you can observe, so these emerging rays are out of phase with each other. Okay, so dark spots are caused on the photographic plate. So from the overall diffraction patterns, so either the that is the bright spots which are produced on the photographic plate. Okay, so we can arrive at the detailed information regarding the position of the particles in the crystal. So this study of crystal structure with the help of X-rays is called as the X-rays diffraction of the crystals. So a scientist called as Bragg, who worked out a mathematical relation to determine the interatomic distances from X-ray diffraction patterns. So that is, n lambda is equal to 2d sine theta. So this relation, so that is n lambda is equal to 2d sine theta, is called as the Bragg's equation. So where d, so this d is the interplanar distance, theta is the angle of reflection, lambda is the wavelength of X-ray, and n is the order of the reflection. So this Bragg's equation, so from the Bragg's equation, so we can get the information about the X-ray diffracted from the atoms in crystal planes obey the laws of reflection. Okay, this is the first information that you can obtain from the Bragg's equation. So the X-rays which are diffracted from the atoms in the crystal plane, so they will obey the laws of the reflection. So the second thing is that the two rays reflected by successive planes will be in phase if the extra distance traveled by the second ray is an integral multiple of the wavelength lambda. Okay, so if the two rays reflected by the successive planes, adjacent planes, so will be in phase. So if only if the extra distance traveled by the second ray is an integral multiple of the wavelength lambda. So next let us derive the Bragg's equation for a crystal. So a beam of X-ray falling on the crystal surface. So the two successive atomic planes of the crystal are shown by a distance d. So you can see the successive planes. So A, B, C and D are the planes. Okay, so here A and B are the two successive planes, and the distance between the two planes is given by the d. So let the X-rays of the wavelength lambda strikes the first surface, first plane at an angle theta. So this is the X-ray of wavelength lambda strike the first plane at an angle theta. So some of the X-rays get reflected at the same angle. Okay, and some of the rays, so here you can observe, so the sum of the rays will penetrate and get reflected from the second plane. So some of the X-rays will get penetrate through the first plane and get reflected from the second plane. Okay, so these rays, so that means the rays which are reflected from the second plane. Okay, so the extra distance traveled by them is that is the extra distance traveled by the rays which reinforce, so those reflected from the first plane, so these rays which are reflected from the second plane, so if the extra distance traveled by them, so that is the extra distance means, so that is this qx, so this is the extra distance traveled, qx plus qz. So qx and qz is the extra distance traveled by the X-ray which is reflected from the second plane is equal to the integral multiple of the wavelength lambda. So that is n lambda is equal to xq plus qz. So this is the extra distance traveled by the X-rays which are penetrated into the second plane. So that is n lambda is equal to xq plus qz. So let us derive the Bragg's equation. So let us consider the triangle. Let us consider the triangle XMQ. So that is XMQ. So for this triangle, the sine theta is given by, so that is opposite side by the hypotenuse, so that is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse, so that is qx, that is xq divided by the hypotenuse, so that is mq. So but we know that, so the mq, so this distance, so that is called as the interplanar distance, that is mq is equal to d. So therefore mq is equal to d. So therefore the xq is equal to d sine theta. So let us call this one as equation number 2. So therefore the qz, so that is q into z, qz is equal to the d sine theta. So call this one as equation number 3. So similarly here for this equation, so we have to consider the triangle QMZ. So for this one, the sine theta, so that is opposite by hypotenuse. So that is for the triangle QMZ. For this triangle QMZ, so the sine theta is given by opposite. So that is QZ divided by the hypotenuse. So that is MQ. So but we know that the MQ is equal to D. So therefore QZ is equal to D sine theta. Okay. So next substitute the values. Substitute the values of XQ and QZ. qz from the equation 2 and 3 in equation 1. Equation 1. So that is n lambda is equal to d sin theta plus d sin theta. So therefore n lambda is equal to 2d sin theta. 2d sin theta. So this equation is called as the Bragg's equation. Bragg's equation for a crystal where n is the order of the reflection, lambda is the wavelength of the X-rays, d is the interplanar distance, and theta is the angle of reflection.